Hey guys, someone Chevelle fan here. Today I'm going to do an album review again after a little while. I figured I'd do one. Today the album I have for you is Kittie Oracle by Kittie. It's a great album. If you didn't know, Kittie is an all-female metal band. They've been around for a long time. They first released their debut album Spit in about, I think it was 1999, I'm not sure, it might have been 1998, but this album was released I think in 2001, and they have a lot of good songs. They used to be new metal, but now they're more like heavy metal. But what's cool about it is that the singer Morgan Lander, she can sing and she can scream. She uses, I guess, kind of like a death kind of, I don't know if it's like a growl or a scream, kind of like a mixture of both. And they're really pretty too. So, but this album has 11 songs. The two singles are What I Always Wanted, which is an original, and Run Like Hell, which I think is a Pink Floyd cover. But in my opinion, it's really badass. So, um, uh, and personally, my favorite track on it is What I Always Wanted. I think that song is just an amazing song. It's got a really cool riff to it. Um, so for those of you who don't know, I think the genre that this is categorized in would be nu metal. Like I've said in a couple of my past videos, I'm a big fan of nu metal because I think it's something different, and that I think that it really kind of breached the gap between genres of metal and other styles of music. Because then you have bands like Kittie, which were which put a lot of like screaming elements and metal, and then you have bands like Limp Bizkit and Korn, which did a lot of like rap elements and hip hop. So it's definitely like very diverse between each band. Um, so what I personally don't like is that, and stay with me here, is that how the critics in the early 2000s really just dissed nu metal because they thought that it was just ripping off other genres of metal. That's personally the reason why I like it because but like they could have done something better with their time. I think nu metal is great. I think it incorporates all these styles and it's original and it says something. Um, Kittie in on this album are really nu metal. They've kind of switched to more like a heavy metal. The only reason that I can say that I might not like this band, I do like them, but well, the one thing I don't like is how every nu metal band, a lot of nu metal bands, including Kittie, bands like Deftones and what I'm trying to think of other bands. Well, bands like Deftones where they were nu metal in the 90s, and now they're more kind of just like regular metal. Um, so I don't like when bands change their sound. I can work for some bands, but for nu metal bands, I think I think that it's kind of like they're kind of selling out really. Um, uh, but uh, But then there are some new metal bands that are still around. You have like Limp Bizkit and Korn, and they're still popular, and I like those bands. I think they're good. Um, but anyway, enough of my rants. If you haven't picked this up, I'm not sure where you can find it. I bought it from a vintage record store in my town that sells like vinyl CDs and stuff like that, vinyl LPs. So I'm not sure where you can pick this up if where you live. But I'm sure you can find it like on the Best Buy website or like FYE website if you can't find it at a store. And if you have a credit card or you're able to order stuff online, I would very much suggest it. It's a very cool album if you like even like stuff as heavy as death metal because in truth her voice is very similar to death metal bands in a way. Not exactly, but in a way. So thanks for watching, and I hope this helped. So take care. Bye.